5 after this matchup. The rest of the teams looking for those points to overtake them for sure, and they're not too far away.
I mean, one thing that troubles me, especially in this kind of a slow pace of a game, is later on in Final Circle, there's a huge chance that the top dogs will be taking as much elimination as possible and will take the lead much higher. So that is a risk that Core Memory has to deal with later on once they join in, and that is the opportunity as well for the other teams who's still alive and kicking. So let's see, though, who will be surviving even longer, because the Blues closing in from 3rd to 4th, and a lot of teams are getting close to each other, and we're looking at Team Falcons, who might be going against AG Global.
Absolutely, and vending machine on the prowl here for Falcons, looking for those level 3 helmets in West. They've got the money to go in here for the purchase. Potato just needs to be a little bit careful, though. They don't have too many of those glue walls to work around with, and if they're forced to use them way too early, the later fights are going to be pretty torturous. Megatron escaping from the blue, running into the circle. Problem is, there's got so much of open grounds right in front of them before they can catch up with AG.
Let's see, though, if they can catch up with AG. Here comes one fire right now. Very close to Cypher. You know how Cypher is. Once he get a smell of you, the moment he peeks, he might be able to take you down with one hit. But it is Koja from the other side, all away from the pinch. BTR right now will try to go in for the rush, but Team Falcon says, no, we don't want to deal with that right now. But into the team of Vertus Pro, they go.
Yep, very smart play with the positioning here. Setting themselves straight into a tree. Seems like an accident, but it is anything but. Potato now with the hook gun straight up onto the 2nd floor together with the rest of his Falcon members. And the Riptide Rhythm breaking down the defenses of Onyx on the bottom side. Buriram now has got open grounds to engage with the Onyx players. And this is just a little bit of a risky play. And look at this, Prime MKS finds Kororo out of nowhere.
I mean, that is probably from the stairs, and they're just falling down. Nades after nades, and Potato needs to protect himself, but for how long? Jonas says, GG. Team Falcons out. We're left with 10, but I think Virtus Pro has something in mind as well to take out Onyx Olympus all throughout.
Yeah, Virtus Pro, 1 nade, 3 players on the ground. Buriram didn't see that happening because I'm sure they would have loved to steal away those eliminations as well. And Onyx now is barricading themselves in. AG Global finding the players of Megatron Esports again, and they want to shut them down early. Few down on the ground, bleeding out. Chinoy, a sliver of health left on him. And now this teams, both of them battling the blue as well as the bullets to stay alive.
And that's one thing about Kalahari, it gives you the hook gun for you to reposition a little bit quicker. And that's what they need to pick up to do in that moment. Buriram United right now, yes, there is a lot of noise happening surrounding them, but they want to be silent. They want to be quiet. Though they have an opening against Todak right here to bring that nade, the same might happen to them as well because they barricade themselves with that blue wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And 7 eliminations, 4 Team Flash. Inside the... Oi! Just ran straight into the pillar there. Riptide Rhythm breaking down their defenses. And teams are looking for the points off of Team Flash now. Hook gun. And Death escaping. Death just like that. A phenomenal play. And Cypher outside the blue has to get past the Team Flash players as well. EVOS! Divine! Not so divine this time. They get sent up to heaven.
Yeah, and all those elimination has been divided to other teams. In the next phase of the circle, we have 3, make that 4 teams who is scouting this area, and PE Sports definitely has no place to go. But RRQ right now jumping in against Todak, but they didn't see them coming. And Sophie goes down, Faiz goes down, Lane goes to Brad, and Todak might be their demise. With only 1 more player remaining at this point. The top dogs, only Buriram United and Virtus Pro remain. As you can see, for Buriram United earlier, they were in 3rd, now they're number 1.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And Toda, with a single player left in here, hoping and praying that nobody else will pay attention to them. Delena's going to shed a tear for them if they get taken out. And there's no vending machines here for Toda to make good use of as well. I haven't even checked whether or not these boys have got some money in their pocket. Thankfully, they're in a Southeast Asian country, so currency exchange-wise, you should be able to afford some.
Survival might be cheaper at this point, but the only question is, where will you go? And there you have it, Canadian City doesn't have any chance to survive, especially with RRQ on the high ground. Just has been doing that from afar and going back now. The game is just here at 7, but how much elimination had they gotten from those fights? Young trying to survive as well as a solo player, but no one from Onyx Olympus is contesting this rooftop. Later on, we might see someone jumping in, and that will spell trouble for BTR.
Absolutely. PE Sports now looking for Onyx, and Onyx has survived for a very, very long time. Good on these boys, and they knocked down 2 players on the side of PE as well. Kyung taken out of the equation. Bigatron Esports, the final player, snuffed out by RRQ, and RRQ looking for that comeback claim play. 13 eliminations already, and they're looking for the Booyah on top of that as well. One thing that makes this pretty difficult for them is Virtus Pro, alive and kicking and in position to get into the next circle first.
Yeah, let's see though who will be able to stop them from doing so. Onyx Olympus on a flank already, Virtus Pro on a tree, and Steffi has stopped those nades in, but not the Riptide Rhythm that's coming from the other side. It is Buriram United as well who will be waiting in RRQ to jump in, and Onyx Olympus might be knocked down later on as if they don't get away. So they are all spread out right here. It is small circle, but we are just looking at 4 teams remaining that can fight it on.
Oh, RRQ, what a phenomenal reposition. But with the launch pad straight out the circle, they get a tag on that circle first, and now Buriram fires on to Abe. Zyro does manage to knock down Jonah, but the pickup is not going to be possible at all for BRU as he expires instantaneously. And now RRQ left just 2 more survivors. Riptide Rhythm breaking down the defenses of Diamond, but he's got more than enough of those blue walls to make good work with.
Yeah, Val and 18 Deers trying to take the high ground advantage to make sure that they can get a few eliminations before being taken down, or probably get the Booyah as well if they can dwindle down the numbers of the opposing team. But for Buriram United, it's tough to be taken down, especially on the position that they're taking, as well as the number of blue walls that they have laid out. And the focus of everyone from Onyx Olympus to RRQ is just on Virtus Pro. Even Buriram United is joining that shots on to Virtus Pro, and seems like they will be out. But no, it is RRQ who goes out first.
Absolutely, man. RRQ's out. Virtus Pro. Ooh. Blue wall melted. That was a frag grenade. GG, bro. Ex-Posse couldn't get away. Straight down to the ground. Diamond has got that high ground advantage. Onyx Olympus, 2 more players left on their side. Zyru, Adrian trying to make that rotation around, looking for Buriram, and this will give Virtus Pro a little bit more of a survivability chance. Zyru, though, straight down with the VSK. Diamond steals the point away. Dirty play by Diamond. Virtus Pro and Diamond picks 1 more up. And look at this, man. 5% potential win rate here. If Diamond pulls this off, it's going to be miraculous.
Well, it is a miracle indeed, because the numbers as well as the position that he have, the blue will be closing in soon. There's no shift anymore. Here comes Wasana timing that jump, and Buriram United for another Booyah!
Second Booyah of the day. Buriram United Esports. Namto Sudahoga, baby. What a play towards the very end, Neptune. Keep